Peace and blessings in this corner boxing 24. Now, what I'm going to do now, man, is I'm going to do a little flashback. We're going to go back in time. This is 2022. I'm going to go back to the year 2000, December 2nd, 2000. Classic fight and one of my favorite fighters, Fernando Ferocious Vargas versus Felix Trinidad. And that was a fight, man, that I really wanted Vargas to win. I knew he could have won the fight. And I watched the fight over many times, but I watched it again tonight. And I saw some things that I didn't see the other times that I watched it. Sometimes that happens when you look at something over and over or read something over and over, you might discover something that you didn't see previously. So as I'm watching the fight, just a few things, man, stuck out. But one of the things that's very important that stuck out to me was that once Vargas got out that first round, he did real good. He got knocked down twice. He got out that first round, but because of inexperience and that not happening to him before, when he did get knocked down, he should have used the time, at least 7, 8 seconds, get up, but he rushed to get up. And when you rush to get up like that, it takes you longer to recover when you are on your feet. That's why you recover on the ground. So when you get on your feet, then it's take you less time to recover. So that's something that he didn't really know, or he was never taught. Even though he's never probably been knocked down, that's still something that you have to talk about in training or with your trainer. But anyway, he got through that, and he was able to he was able to, compete after that, right? Very well. But also, Trinidad has power in both hands. But if you notice Trinidad, he's an orthodox fighter, and he leans on the ball of his left foot, his front foot, and he throws that left hook. And those are the left hook is the punch that knocked Vargas down twice in the first round. So now guess what? You don't want to be on his left side in front of the hook because you already got dropped twice. You already got hit. So now you want to be on his right side where when he loads up, you're away from the punch, right? And it gives you, not only are you away from the punch, but you're not in the line of it. See, if I'm right in the line of the punch, it's easy to hit me. Bam, right? But if I'm over here and you throw the punch, then it's going to take some time to get there. See? And then I could have some reaction time where I could step back, okay? Or I could block the punch. See, that's why you don't stand on that side. So he stayed on the left side in front of that same hook instead of moving to the right. Subsequently, he kept getting hit by that left hook. Now, I got to the point in the middle round of the fight where Trinidad was throwing that same hook, but it had that power on it, but, he was missing. Vargas started to make him miss. That was a good thing, but he still needed to be on the right side. He still didn't figure that out, and nobody told him that. I didn't hear it in the corner. Maybe they told him, I don't know, but he sure wasn't practicing it. He still stayed on that left side. Also, one thing about Trinidad, you got to have a jab with Trinidad to keep him at bay, a nice stiff jab. And then you got to be a counter puncher. So when he throws that left hook, because he throws it, boom, you know what I'm saying? He throw that hook, and maybe you come with a hook, you know what I'm saying? But that jab, if you got that jab going, you know what I'm saying? And you could keep him at it, you know what I'm saying? Then you could keep him moving, but he ain't gonna be throwing too much. But you gotta counter Trinidad. That's the main thing. You gotta have a jab, you gotta counter him and make him pay for his mistakes because he missed the hook a lot. Vargas fought a hell of a fight though, man. You know what I mean? But he could have won the fight if he would have just moved to the right, jabbed and counted, and also block shots, man. These dudes, that's one of the lost arts of boxing, man. Blocking shots, throwing them away. You know what I'm saying? Also, if you notice in that fight, man, if you go back and watch that fight, Trinidad, something that I learned, man, in boxing, man, is, sometimes you elbow a dude, You push a dude off to get your space, you know, just to get your space so you could throw your little short hook, throw your uppercut, you know what I mean? You got to be able to do that. And so Vargas, man, was a learning experience for him. I'm not taking nothing from him, man, because he's one of my favorite fighters. But I'm just seeing that he could have really beat Trinidad, right? If he would have really just understood those things, and maybe if they would have studied them a little better. So, you know, it was definitely a learning experience for him. And also, man, let me touch on this, man. Trinidad, man, he hit him with low blows. Now, the first two was very low. The third one was borderline, but the first two was very low. And he needed to have points taken from him, right? And then Jay Nady, who was a judge that I really don't like, he took a point from Vargas for a blow that wasn't even low, man. Vargas threw the punch and it came up like this, so it hit him up here. It ain't like it hit him down here. It hit him right here on the belt line and went up. But he took a point for that, like he was trying to do a payback thing, right? And that wasn't right. But what's crazy is, right, as good as Vargas was fighting, even with the points taken from Trinidad, they still had him winning unanimously. That goes to show you how boxing is. But when he fought De La Hoya, Trinidad, De La Hoya beat him. But what happened? They gave it to Trinidad. You know what I'm saying? Boxing is funny, man. You know? Those fights was in the 2000s, right? Funny sport. But anyway, I just wanted to really touch on that. Because sometimes what I do, man, I watch old fights, I study them. You know, because I'm a trainer. And even for myself, you know, so I could, you know, things that I could remember, keep in my arsenal for my boxing game, right? So for myself and for my students, people who want to learn, and I could show them certain things. So I watch old fights, I watch newer fights, and of course, fights that's getting ready to come on. So, you know, that's what we do, man. In this corner boxing 24, you know, we really study this game, man, and we notice what's going on. All right, so that's one of my classic fights I just wanted to touch on, man. Fernando Ferocious Vargas and Felix Trinidad. That was December 2nd, 2000. Watch that fight, man. Very good fight. Okay? You can learn a lot watching them old fights and then see what's happening today. Peace and blessings in this corner boxing 24.